Hi and welcome, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mathilde. I am a French beginner knitter, and today I want to organize my yarn stash. I don't have that much of a yarn stash, to be honest, but I guess that depends on your definition of the word how much. Like I mentioned, I'm a beginner knitter, so I started to knit beginning of last year, but I really got into knitting towards the summer of last year, and so from that point on I've started to accumulate a little bit of a yarn stash. I tried in the beginning to only buy yarn for projects that I wanted to make soon after buying the yarn, and also I started by being a monogamist knitter, but now I've got a few projects on my needles at the moment, and I don't have that many yarn shops around me that carry yarn that I like. I've only actually recently been to 2 yarn shops in Paris that I really liked and that I might go back to buy yarn from, but before that I bought yarn online, and so that meant that I would only receive the yarn like at least a week or 2 after ordering it, which is fine, but it does mean that when I've got, I don't know, when I want to test knit something, I'm kind of worried about that amount of delay sort of to get started on a test knit, or if I really fall in love with a design, I can't just buy the pattern and like cast it on right away. I've got to wait 2 weeks, which in a way is good because it does mean that I really have to think before I start a pattern, so I'm not just, getting inspired by everyone on Instagram. Like I have time to make up my own mind if that's something that I would really like in my wardrobe, that's something that I would really enjoy to wear. But sometimes there are patterns that I'm 100% sure that I want them, but I don't have the yarn for them, and waiting for it is kind of a bummer. So I've started to accumulate a little bit of a yarn stash. I don't think I have that many sweater quantities. I think I've got maybe 2 or 3, but I do have some smaller quantities for socks or some hand-dyed yarn that I've got or that is coming. So I really want to stock my yarn in a better way. I've got a really small flat, it's a 40 square meters, I think is what you would say, and I live with my partner, so obviously he's got to have rooms for his things as well. But what you see behind me are my bookshelves. 97% of those books are mine, which I've read, I love, I don't want to get rid of them, but I was thinking that I could, which you won't see, but I'll show you in a moment. I've got one shelf up here, which I was thinking of moving my books even higher on the bookshelves and have that, maybe that one shelf for my yarn, and then I've purchased 2 boxes to put yarn actually underneath where you are, which I'll show you in a moment. So I thought we should do that together. I will clean a little bit as I'm doing it. I will maybe tell you what my plans are for some of those yarns if that's something that you're interested in, and I will just hopefully make this a little bit better of a, I don't know what to call that, just a little bit more presentable and easier access for me, and also maybe a bit more place, a bit more room for some yarns that I've got coming hopefully in the next few weeks. We'll see. Okay, let's just dive on in. So these are my bookshelves. Ignore the bit of a mess that's going on up there, and the fact that my plant is dying. I've got to water it, but basically what I want to do is these black books here, I want to at least put these above here. These, oh, you've got just my... These here, I want to move a bit further down. I've got some room on another shelf. And these black ones, I think I want to put somewhere else, but I'm not sure exactly where. And so I will have that full shelf here for some yarn. The reason why I'm putting it so high is because I've got a cat and I don't want him to have any possibility of grabbing and destroying my yarn. The other place where I have some room is in these boxes, which are empty for now and which I want to use to store some yarn. Down below here is my coffee pots, and here is like some admin stuff that I want to keep. But yeah, so far I'm using this drawer from my desk to store some yarn, which this is already a bit of a mess. I've got this box that's kind of full of some yarns. And then I've got a drawer in my bedroom, which I'll show you. Okay, so apology if I whisper, but my cat is sleeping, but this is my drawer of yarn. And I've got, I think, one skein or two in the drawer below, but this is a bit of a mess and I want to put that somewhere else. So first of all, let me get rid, well, not get rid, but put those books somewhere else so that we can put some yarn in here, and then I'll see what yarn I want to put in the boxes down below. So I have rearranged all of my books, which I'm really happy with. And I've even got some room here for some other books, which is nice. So now I'm going to start to put some yarn in the shelf. And then, or maybe first I'll bring all of my yarn from my bedroom in here. We should do that. Okay, so this is everything, which looks like a lot. So never mind what I said about not having a huge stash. Bear in mind that this is almost everything that I don't have on my needles at the moment. The only one that I do have on my needles is this, which I'm using for my storm sweater, but my project bag is already full. And then this hand-dyed yarn, which I guess I could put in my project bag, so I might do that. On the right side here is some of my leftovers that are not, well, I guess this one could go there, but, and maybe this as well, but otherwise these are like almost full skeins, or even they are full, so this are not used at all. This I only used a little bit of. This I haven't used. This I've used like, I think maybe 30 grams, and I've got loads left. This I used, I don't think I used any of that, but it's just caked up. I haven't used, and yeah. These are scraps from I think an ant from my friends, but I'm not actually sure that I'm going to be using any of these because they are not the colors that I would normally use, I don't think. So I'm not even sure what to use them for. And then this is a sweater quantity for my no frills cardigan by Petits. These I wanted to use for a Christmas project that I have not used yet. All of these were free. These were given to me by that same friend from Leftovers Yarn. These I used a gift card for. This is kind of like a sweater quantity, but I want to hold it with some mohair. I love that color. This is such a gorgeous color. A kind of a grey beige. These I got by accident when I ordered those alpaca ones. She sent me these instead and she left them to me. These are for some socks. A mini skein also for some sock, I think, maybe some contrast. These are hand dyed by Les Petits Parisiens that I want to use to make a camisole in the summer. This is a full sweater quantity for I think a turtleneck sweater for the fall or winter. For my storm sweater. These are for a bralette that I want to make soon. And then these I bought. Those were some of the first skeins that I bought. I'm not even sure what the brand is. This is, I think, Embra, but I think it's Delfino. The name of the brand is Delfino, and it is Embra, which is 100% cotton. So I think I want to make a summer top, maybe a tee. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. Yeah, these I bought. These two I bought in a yarn festival. The first one I went to last March. Oh, like March of 2023, and they were like, I think that this was 20 euros and maybe this as well, but I don't think I bought these like with thinking I would make some things for children, because I wouldn't wear something like that, I don't think. But yeah, as you can see, I've still not used them. I think it's the same brand, it's Delfino as well. I'm guessing this is 100% linen because this is called Linos, but I have no idea. If I can find any information about these yarns, I'll put it down below, but I won't promise anything. But yeah, this is the mess that I've got and that I want to put up here and in the boxes. So let's start here with some beautiful yarns that I want to showcase. Also, I did mention that this is the Rerum Natura Ulysse, and I want to hold it with this Knitting for Olive. Can you see? Yeah. Knitting for Olive, soft silk mohair, and I think this is going to look so stunning. I can't wait. Oh, I love how it's looking. Okay, so on the right I've got sweater quantity for whichever pattern that I want to make in the fall, and then I've got my yarn for the no frills cardigan. I've got my Fibre Cumbria fingering, which I do have to purchase mohair to hold with. I've got Alpaca 2 that I got by mistake, and then the Gynt that I'm using for my storm sweater. And on the left I've got mostly sock yarns or hand-dyed yarn and my boucle yarn from Garn. So now let's just put what I've got left in this container, and hopefully I won't even need the second container, which means I will have room for more yarn in the future. although I'm hoping it won't come to that, and that whichever yarn I buy next will be like sort of in replacement of yarns that I've got now. So let's do it. This isn't the most gorgeous, but I think I want to separate these yarns that most of them are leftovers, except for this, which is a full skein of hand dyed for some socks, which I guess I could put, maybe I'll put that up there actually. In the meantime, I'll put it here. That's good. These are all leftovers, and this I'm going to use fairly soon, hopefully. So I think I want to put that in one box and all of this in another box. I have got plenty of room left in this box, and this one is kind of full but kind of not. It's just a little bit messy. I think I will talk to my friend about this to see what I want to make, and then I might swatch with this soon to see if I will need to hold it double to make a t-shirt or something. But I think I want to use this quite soon because I don't want yarn to be in my stash for too long if I can avoid it. So let's put those two boxes in their place now. Yay, this is making me really happy. I might actually put as well some of my yarn winder and my Swift in one of these boxes as well, but this is what it's looking like. It is so much better. So this is what we've got. I'm really happy with it, and also I think seeing the yarn is actually going to make me, I was going to say make me want to use it more, but I do want to use them a lot. I just don't have enough time. But yeah, I hope this was inspiring to you, that maybe you saw some way to organize your stash a little bit better. The boxes I didn't mention, but the boxes that I used down below, they were from Amazon, so I will link them down below. They were too expensive, but I really liked that they had a fold-on flap so that my cat doesn't get into them too easily. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. Thank you so much for joining if you did. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and please tune in for the next videos. Bye!